Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Pete. You're watching Pete J. Cooper the Model Builder, and we're building on with our Ghostbusters build. I've got issue 23 with stages, I think 83 to 86, and we're mostly working on doors. So this is a build by Eaglemoss under Hero Collector brand. These are the parts, as you can see. This is what we've done in the previous stage. The car is here and the chassis with the passenger compartment is over there. And I'm just going on with this beautiful build, and it's going pretty quickly because I've got weeklies. I missed last week, but I just got an email from Eaglemoss that the next parts are coming in, so that'll be in a week's time that I have that. But let's go to this one first, and let me show you the magazine. Okay, right in front of you, issue 23, and of the beautiful Build the Ghostbusters Ecto by Hero Collectors. We've got a great, I'm calling this more or less the centerfold, as you can see right there. The funny thing is, this has got the wrong number plate as well, the one that they shipped out at first, but they will be shipping out a new number plate with edges on it, black edges. 83, that's the left front door. Okay, and so we've got a bit of the left front door and a bit of the left rear door. Then we're going on with the rear door, and 85 and 86, and that's all there is to do this time. So we will be doing quite a quick one as well. So these are the parts, the inner for the door that we made. So, and we're going to put that right there. This is stage 83, the window lever mechanism. This is the first thing we're going to take out. It's the window opener. We're going to put that through right there. And we're going to put a screw on the other side, which is the KM. Before we do that, on the other side there's a D mechanism. Yeah. And we're putting it on that. I thought I missed something. That's better. And I'm going to get my Vaseline out. Okay, we've got that one on. Then we've got the other two. And we're going to start with this one. So we've got those two. Let me put that away. We've got those two. We're going to put this one on first and this one on second. We're putting it on that and that hole. So this is the first one. And that is the second one. But before we do that, let me put those. Yeah, that's more than enough. And we do that on this side as well. And then we put that on as well. This is all just to make it easier for that mechanism to move when it's all screwed in. Let's see how that moves along. And HP in the first one, this one, and a UP. That works beautiful. As you saw me wind that and trying to get more of that stuff off me. We've got quite a bit of grease. So we're starting with this one. No, we're starting with the other one. That's more or less a winder as well, but a non-functional one. Right above the other one, then it's a D-shaped hole, and I think it's like so, and it should push in, so it goes in like that. Then this one, the hole beneath it, that's a shaped hole as well, and we're going to hold that, and we're going to put a screw on the other side, which is the EP. That one's on as well. That we're going to the next page. And we're putting those two together. So we've got two lugs and two pins and two lug holes, or a lug and a lug hole on both sides. And as you can see, there are two shapes. One goes into that one goes in the other one. And then one more EP to go in. We need the window that we will be getting in a moment. But before we do that, we put a little bit more of those little felt stuff to protect the window from scratching onto the plastic. So we need our tweezers again. So we do that on this side as well. So we've got both of them on right there, and then we can get that window out. We're putting this on like so, and then we're putting a UP on there. Remember, this is all to be moved around, so don't over tighten it. And these will be put in with 2 IP screws. I'm holding it in the middle so it stays. And now I need to get that on my screwdriver and put it in. Then we're going to get the door in. But before we do that, we put a cloth out to stop scratches on the superb looking paint. And we don't want to break that. And it needs to be underneath that. So we've got it in. Let's see if it winds up. It does perfectly even. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 screws to put in here. And they are DMs. And those are in my hands right now. I just noticed that one of them is an IP screw. I almost screwed in a D. So we've got 3 DP screws in, DM, 1, 2, 3 DMs, and we're putting an IP in the top one right here. And of course that's into plastic, so no need for over tightening that screw. And then that is, this mechanism is superb. Okay, and that is that door done. I'm going to leave you right there, and I'm going to get 80, how much out? 84 out. B and C. No, I don't know if B or C is the larger of the smaller one, so I need to look it up in the parts list. B is that one, and the other one is the D. That's the smallest one. Okay. And D goes into this corner here, and D, no sorry, that's D, this is B, and that's not correct. Okay, B goes into this one. The longest one was probably this one then. This one won't go in. Okay, that's in like so. Are you still in one piece? You are. Then we're going to push in that very tiny part, which is the locking mechanism, which has a D-shaped pattern with the flat side right there. It pushes in and stays in. Okay, we were going to put the door on. Okay, we've got this little thing that we're going to put in right here, and we've got a BM to keep it on the chassis. We're going to put the door in, but we're going to put that like so, so we can put it in right there. We're going to get that one out, and we're putting this in. And I remembered last time it was a hassle, but this time it looks quite neat. And an AM from the other side. No wobble. We're going to turn it around. Careful with that. And if I remember, oh god, let me get it to this side. You put it in like so. Well, this is how they're putting it, so I'm going to put it in like so. If you remembered from last time, we put those little rings over it before we put the RMs on them. These are little plastic rings to keep that down. Okay, that's done, and this is what we have at the moment on this door. We're staying with this door, and we're starting with that piece of trim. That goes right there. We're putting 1, 2, 3 SMs in. These. There we go, that's in. We're putting those SMs away. And we're checking out what we're doing next. We're putting that little thing in. It looks a bit strange. That lug is going into that hole there, and that is going on top of that one. It's a DM. We're putting this one on as well, more or less the same way, like so. 2 more DM screws. So DM, DM, and DM right there, and everything in one piece. Yeah, we're making that closing mechanism with that spring there. Remember that that spring goes over there, over yonder. Then this little thing goes over that. There's a lug there and a hole on this side. And then we're going to put another DM into that hole there, holding it with one finger right there, pushing it as far as it needs to be. And then we put that DM in there. And then we're just going to check whether or not that pushes back a bit. And it does. And that is stage 85 done, and we're going straight to 86. And we're turning it around because we're putting a whole lot of trim on in 86. And this is the first one we're doing on the inside here. But it's pretty much bigger than the surface that it's going on to. Okay, we've got that sticker on. Oh, nimkapoop. It's not on the door, it's on this one. Sticks so much better. Okay, then it goes on the outside. So we're taking it from this side, pushing it in here. There's a little trim going in there as well. Okay, that makes it work so much better. First we put the big one in, then we put that little silver trim in, and then we screw 3 TMs in there. Now we're putting OPs in those. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 OPs, and this is what we have at the moment with that trim in there as well. You'll see a little bit of a gap, but that's good because that trim goes in there. And now, okay, they start with the top one. No, sorry, other side. We're going to put a trim in on these edges. And we can put that away. No more screws to be put in. Trim is the last 3 pieces that we put in. And then you have that nice trim out there as well. And this is the back side of that. And we still have that window, but we're not doing anything with that. So we put that window in there as well. That's that stage done. Got this great big window here. So we're going to put that aside. Wow guys, that was a beautiful build. I've done a little bit of an Ecto marathon because I've not been doing quite a lot because I hurt my back and have been out for a week or 2. So this is one of those that I've done after that. As you can see, the door is in and we've made that left rear door. So it will be going here in some way or other. Like so, that other door will fit in there as well. I'm going to take it out before it falls out, and I get scratches on it, but that was a beautiful build again. It was not that long. I think it's 3/4 of an hour in total, so I'll get it down to a nice amount of minutes, so you not be sitting here the whole day waiting for me or for looking at the video that I've done. So, but thank you very much for watching. Hope to see you next time on any of my other builds. Check them out on my channel, PJ Cooper the Model Builder. But saying thank you, please like, subscribe and pass it on, and I do hope to see you next time on any of my other builds. Thank you very much.